those King Palm blunts like back to back to back to back.
Mm. Is that what we did? I
Cause
honestly
honest,
forgot.
yeah, no, yeah, dude.
Oh, that's because I Ubered that
Remember?
day.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. I remember. Yeah, I Ubered that day, so I was just kind of like, yeah, whatever. Honestly,
Yeah,
I
I
was just
just
getting
kept.
fucked up. I don't
Cause
even
Zoe
really
was
care.
like the only thing I got of these King Palms, and I was like, "Fuck it, I don't have any papers. Like that'll work. Let's go for it."
Yeah. Oh, that's right. And we went to the garage, right? I remember that. That was that same night, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
honestly, I think that at parties, a good ground rule that I'm gonna have for myself, just like I have that rule for drinking, is I'm no longer smoking other people's weed.
Mhm.
It's
Mhm.
because I don't 100% trust sometimes the people that I'm smoking weed after. Like
Yeah.
obviously you and the people I'm really close with, I know and I trust.
Yeah.
But there's some people that I'm
Yeah. I mean, it's a
like
social gathering. Different. I mean,
50-50.
yeah,
Like
exactly. I know exactly. And
some of those people play with harder drugs, and sometimes I'm like, God
yeah.
damn, like was that just weed?
Honestly, I never felt like that, and I mean, maybe I'm just really naive, and maybe I'm just really dumb. I don't know, but
Mm.
I've never, like smoking with. I've never felt like that. I think it's smart, and I think it's good that you are not smoking other people's weed. I think that's the best decision, honestly. That's
Yeah,
for your
like
and
obviously if you
for your
brought a
health.
joint, I'm gonna smoke it, or
But yeah,
other associates
I
brought one,
understand.
I would, but like
It's not smart, honestly.
there's some
I'm
people
dumb,
that
man.
get associated that are in
Yeah, man.
those crowds that we associate with, and I'm
Yeah.
like, you know what? Like honestly, if I'm really thinking about it, you do hard drugs, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I'm
Yeah.
like, the fuck am I doing right here?
Yeah. Cause that's
And
I
I was
see
puffing
you.
on some of those people's shit, and then I get fucking like, I was gone off of
Mm,
something, dude. I don't know what.
did you do an edible that day?
No, sir. No. But sometimes I don't know. Maybe
No,
I'm just
no,
tripping.
no. You're not
But I
tripping.
know some
You're
people
not
do that
tripping.
shit, and they'll be
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
"Oh
yeah.
yeah, bro, that's got like this and that," and I'm like, "Dog, not
As one of the has.
no." But I've known people that have done that shit, and I'm
Yeah.
like,
It happens a lot.
uh, not not fucking okay.
It's fucked up giving someone like not
Like
telling
giving
someone
somebody something
a
that
false
they don't,
pretense.
yeah, like that they don't know that they have, or that they've never had before, and you don't know if they do that, and you're like, yeah, just take this.
Take this weed joint that you're or suppose weed
Yeah,
joint and
oh,
it
it's just
is
weed, bro. And then you hit it, and you're like, oh yeah, well, just a little bit of PCP, and you're like, not
not okay, not
cool,
cool. Yeah,
not
yeah,
cool.
yeah. Dude, I
Just
couldn't
like that.
imagine.
Who was it? That the story that uh, I don't know. I don't want to go into it.
No, but
Yeah,
man, it's serious out here. I mean, like
yeah, because you hear some
really
horror
so.
stories.
It really,
Then
and
I've
then
heard
the
some other horror
PCP.
stories of what the fuck.
The audio's fucked up.
No. How am I the one putting on this live stream and it's like, please sign in to be able to chat? I'm like, bitch, this is my live
It's
stream.
my live stream. The fuck? You're the host. What the fuck?
Yeah, what?
I'm hosting
Ew,
this hoe.
what?
Dude, what? Stoner talk.
Oh, I don't fucking. I'm not gonna chat in my own chat anyways. Whatever.
I'm gonna chat in my own
I'm
chat.
not fucking.
Get connected. Nah, man,
Whatever.
but it's wild. And then boom, like that, your consciousness is hijacked. That would be such a violation on your
Yeah,
when your
dude.
consciousness is being
And
robbed. You
I've
know.
heard I've heard some shit that's been going on, and I don't really know like honestly I have no association with this anyways. But it was some people in my wife's family, nobody directly, like, but people in her extended family were throwing parties, and like for high schoolers, and there were adults throwing parties for high schoolers.
See it right there.
Okay, right, and it
What?
ended up some high school aged girl got raped, and like now they're all fucking trying to duck the FBI and shit, but they're still trying to throw more parties, and I'm like,
What
Do you
the
fucking
fuck?
understand how dumb you people are?
That's like a Jeffrey Epstein, like,
You guys are some
that's,
ignorant motherfuckers. Like, y'all are adults throwing parties and charging teenagers to come to the parties because you provide alcohol. Dumb.
yeah,
Ignorant.
yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Man, there's just a
that's
lot of that. You know what I'm saying? I hear you. I feel you,
goofy.
man. Yeah, goofy. Exactly.
Goofy.
Goofy.
Yeah, and unfortunately, like I know somebody that was involved in it from my wife's family, and she was not. She was wanting to be uninvolved anymore, and they still put her name on the flyers, and she's like kind of fucking freaked out, like,
Mm.
oh shit. And I'm like, hey, look, like, you didn't want to be associated with it. You didn't want to be on. You don't want to be a host to the party. You didn't get paid.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
didn't get
okay. So
shit.
let's just separate yourself.
Yeah, so you
That's
just
good.
separate
No.
yourself from that and be like, look, put my fucking name on there again. I'm gonna fucking sue you.
Oh hell yeah. Oh
That's
yeah.
what you gotta
Absolutely.
let them know. Let them
Yeah. Like,
fucking know that you're not playing no games with them.
can't, man. And that's just unfortunate. Like that's really like your fan. Like, you know.
Like,
But
yeah,
like.
but your family would burn you like that. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Because they're still
Mhm.
gonna keep throwing these fucking parties,
Yep.
and more unfortunate events are gonna happen, and you're gonna get dragged into that shit.
Mhm. Man, your family would just try to bring it.
Dude,
Try to tell
sometimes
in
like
school, man. People
people,
trying to bring you down.
I highly disagree. A lot of times, what people are like, oh well, blood's thicker than friendship, and I'm like, but
Hell
honestly though, you pick your friends. You don't pick your family.
no. Mhm.
I would say your immediate family you should always be close with, but that extended family, you know what I'm saying?
50-50. You know,
That's in the
toss up.
wind. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
exactly.
saying? Like,
Yeah, you don't know
it's to
this
the
person.
wind.
Yeah. Yep.
Fuck them. Let them.
Fuck them.
You don't have to hang out with them motherfuckers ever.
No, I'm kind of cool with. I mean, whenever they come to town with my nieces, I have like one close cousin, but you know, there's some good. I mean, sure, there's some people that I'm not. You know, you have to kind of distance yourself in your own family. You know what I'm saying? And you can't. That's
Yeah, I
right.
have
Like,
quite a few of those.
yeah.
And
Leave.
unfortunately, I mean, it is what it
Oh
is.
man.
And what's real
Clear
unfortunate
my
is that
throat.
some of those family members, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
uh, were closer to, like, they were my mom's brother that they had to just cut ties with. And unfortunately, you know, when you look at it like that, you really can't pick those people. And at a certain point, you just got to be like, you know what? It's just not.
Not right for me.
It's not worth it.
Mm.
I've created my own immediate family, and that's is what it is.
It's not worth sacrificing your family.
Yeah, because brothers and sisters and stuff unfortunately grow apart as time goes on. I would say, right? More so than not.
My relationship with my sister is kind of complex. I guess like meaning like the social like interaction between each other. Love my sister,
Yeah,
absolutely. Go
absolutely.
to bat with her. No, you know, no ifs ands or buts about it.
But I would say that as your personal family develops and gets bigger, like once you get married and have kids, that's the family you chose to have.
Yeah.
That family is going to be tighter than
Oh,
the
absolutely.
relationship that you would have with your sister and her on her path. You know what I'm saying? Kind of deal. Wouldn't you agree?
With my brother-in-law, for instance.
No,
or
but like no, just you and your sister directly. Like
Okay.
y'all could,
we could.
it could happen. And if it became any kind of toxicness, you wouldn't feel any type of a way of just being like, you know what?
I would be hurt.
It would hurt,
I'm kind of closer with my sister now, though. Like I would say, beginning of my life or like growing up, we really didn't get along, and but that was just because she was growing up, right?
True.
And you know,
yeah.
that's just like teenage type shit, stupid type shit, you know. And I used to press
Honestly.
her buttons and get on her nerves, and like we're just like polar opposites.
You got to be
in
that
different
fucking
ways.
older brother. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's okay.
No, like we're just like kind of polar opposites in some type of ways, and I just like poke.
I
at
mean,
it
honestly,
and
maybe it is
there's something in my
because.
throat, but I'm good with it. Just let me cough a little bit. I'm sorry.
Huh? Oh yeah, yeah. No, go ahead.
No, no,
That's cool. Cough it out, bro. Let that shit rain.
no, yeah. Thank you. No, but as you're saying.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. Maybe if it's just like because I'm an only child and I come from a family who my dad was the only child and stuff. Maybe I have a different view on siblingship, but honestly, seeing like the path, you know, of some of my other family members, and I'm just like, you know what? It's really you don't get to choose them. You
No.
really like they're. I didn't get to choose some of those people that were like my family was involved with for a long time because they were just born into it, and you had to know them and had to associate. And
Yeah,
honestly,
yeah,
now that I don't have to because I can
yeah,
do what the fuck I want,
yeah,
I don't.
yeah. What does that tell you about your family? You know what I'm saying? I'm
Some of
not
that
jugging
extended
you. I'm saying
family,
like my
no,
family too. It's like really
that
like what is
extended
wrong with like
family,
exactly like our families.
and
You
they
know?
think they're always owed by you because they're blood, and you're like, you know
Mm.
what? No, honestly, nah. But to lighten the mood, Sean, bring us on in, brother man.
Hell yeah, episode 58 is it?
59.
59. I gotta get on it, and then next week is gonna be 60.
Next week on
Damn.
60.
Hell yeah.
Perfect time to take a little 2 week break after
Hell
that.
yeah. Hell yeah.
But no big deal.
Hell yeah. Episode 50, 58. Sorry.
59. 59. We're still fucking it up. That's okay. He's trying to cough it out.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's how I'm bringing it in, right? Cough it out.
Cough it out.
Not even because of the weed, honestly, but
Damn, cough it out and then spark it up. What's up?
hell yeah.
I mean, honestly, I'll go first.
You sure?
I got
mean,
two.
like,
Yeah, I got two. No
Okay.
big deal.
hell yeah, bring it in, you know? Light up that CBD on this Friday afternoon, man.
Beautiful
59,
Friday
man.
afternoon.
Hell yeah. First day of. So my last day of school was yesterday. Boom. Done.
Now you got to teach this.
Yeah. Now I'm teaching 4th grade, which is kind of crazy. From pre-K to 4th. Kind of
Damn.
wild. But it's kind of cool. I get to talk to them in a different type of ways. Like, just be like more. I was just saying, like, people are going to try to bring you down. In summer school, I like to kind of like break it down, just like give them kind of like life lessons because it's a small group. And I do kind of like teaching it because, like, you just got the time just to kill and you just like talk it out, honestly. But like, I was just like, people try to bring you down, man. And like, dog, you can't let anyone dim your light. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got a purpose and you know what you like to do. Like, for instance, like they were like good like artists. They were like really drawing really well. I was like, okay, like you know you're an artist, right? Don't let other people try to tell you that you're not this or you're not that, or like
Right.
people try and they will try to bring you down. So you gotta always believe in yourself, like truly, like deeply within yourself.
It's really sad that even at a young age on like kids, right? Nobody teaches them those
Nah,
lessons
man.
of like, hey, like you can do that.
Yeah.
Don't let people tell you you can't do that.
And just like that, you got the relationship. You just like kind of build something really quick. Just by like listening to. That's honestly like the first day. Like you just like get to know them. You know what I'm saying? Like just to.
Yeah,
to
the
know, like,
the
who
first thing
are.
you do, just learn them.
Yeah, exactly. So
Listen a little. Fuck.
listen. You have 2 ears and 1 mouth, man. 2 ears
Dude,
and 1
and
mouth.
I heard this quote, man, and it was like, "You're not learning anything when your mouth's open."
Yep. Big facts. It's a bit. I
Big
know that saying.
facts.
Yep. I love that.
So I fuck with my guys at work too, when they're not like when I'm talking to them, I'm like, "Look, I'm trying to teach you something. You're not learning when your mouth's open. Shut your mouth.
Shut your mouth.
Shut your mouth. Shh, shh, shh."
Open your mouth. Open your ears and.
I
Shut
mean,
your mouth.
but it's all in good fun. But
No, yeah,
but
absolutely.
all
You're not like
honesty,
condescending.
you
Yeah,
just gotta
absolutely.
shut the fuck up and listen.
For real. I
For
mean,
what it's worth.
yeah. I mean, sometimes you just need to be told that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's absolutely life.
Damn, man.
It's real life. You know what I'm saying?
I'm honestly kind of slowed down and just chillaxed today. Honestly, I'm just
That's cool,
kinda
man.
vibing.
That's cool.
No plans for the weekend. I got most of the
Ooh,
work in the
nice.
house done, so I'm just gonna kind of vibe it out.
Hell yeah. But I feel like my life, it kind of goes in stages, right? So like I just finished stages or phases, I guess you can say, like seasons. And so I
You
just
finished your season, yeah.
I just finished the season yesterday, got a new season, and then like I don't have any day break, and then like the next day after I'm done with summer school, I'm like I have to take off for the last day so I can. So it's like,
Yeah.
dog, like boom, and I should fly out to Chicago.
Another
and then Berlin.
season.
Another season, traveling mode.
Damn.
And then come back.
Hell yeah.
And then I'll have like some free time, so I don't know what that free time. I'm like,
Nice,
okay,
nice.
I'll be cooking a little bit.
Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do, bro, is more on a little hiatus from the pod. I'm gonna
Mhm.
use that to flow into the gym.
Oh yeah,
that
shit. We
started
should
up.
come back to that. Go off of that last week. Boom, we come back 2 weeks later, and we'll talk about your progress.
Yeah, because I'm gonna use that little bit of time on the Friday that I normally hurry to like do this. I'm gonna just keep my time set aside,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna use that to start the gym that first Friday, and then carry that out. throughout the
Hell
week.
yeah. Is it I want to say it's 2 weeks that you can build a habit. I think the marker is 2 weeks. I don't know if it's a whole month. I think it's a week or 2 weeks.
I
You're,
don't personally. I don't need a whole month to build the habit. I just
yeah,
have to fucking start.
exactly. You just have
The
to start
start
that
is
first
so
step.
hard.
Yep,
And
that
I
first
had
step.
the motivation that day, bro, and that week, and I was dedicated, and I was ready to go fucking do it. And then I got that sickness
Yeah,
that I've been dealing with, and I lost all the motivation I had. And man, and like people say, you can't do it off of motivation every day. You got to do it off
discipline.
of discipline and habits.
Yep, build those
That's
habits.
why like healthy habits are a big deal, because you're disciplined to your own habits.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I realized I was lucky
Fuck.
enough to like realize that at early age. So I started like it when I was like 22. I was like, what healthy habits can I put it forth
Ooh man,
that
I
would just
was
get me in psych? So like it was like
all about
working
bad
out.
habits at that age. Just bad. Just
I mean, I would
fuck
have
this.
bad habits
My
too.
habits were dog shit. I didn't have no good ones.
It was working out and meditating, and I would say those two things really
Mm.
just a subset
Man.
separate, just easy.
Honestly, there's something I want to do, and I just like I've been just avoiding it
Dude, I have to
Be-
fight that right now.
because of just like when it is. And I mean, I'll just let it chill for a second. You cool with that? I'll just let that little halfy chill. Because that edible is already doing a little bit of work. You know what I'm saying? Just,
Working a little bit.
stirring up some inner deepness that I'm not ready to deal with quite yet.
No, man.
I'm already. It's like, oh, you got me relaxed already. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
Get that edible kicking in. Now the true self is coming out.
No, but I've been wanting to get up. So normally, like my alarm goes off at like 6:10. I just want to set it to go off at 6 o'clock, and get up when it goes off the first time, and then come out here and meditate for like 20 minutes, 15
Okay.
minutes. How long is a good meditation? 15 minutes.
Honestly, 10 minutes is what I do consistently. I used to do 15 and 20, but if you want to start off, you can do 5. As little as 3 even. But start
Well,
with
'cause
5, honestly. 5 or 10 minutes. If you can start with 10 minutes, that would be really good. 15 minutes, that's even better, right?
I'm gonna go
But
15.
15, good. I like that.
Yeah.
That's
I-
what
I
I,
don't
that's
do-
what
I
I
don't-
started off with, honestly.
I don't go off half cock. I can't work my way up in 5 minutes.
Hell
It's only
yeah.
ever gonna get shorter.
Hell yeah.
So,
I started the same way. That's a good idea. Start with 15.
I want to block it out and block out
Yep.
like 15 minutes for that, and
Yep.
then maybe like 15 more minutes just to like kind of like research some stuff in the morning when nobody's gonna fuck with me. I don't gotta worry about nothing.
Mhm.
You know, it's just gonna be me,
Mhm.
and that's it.
Mhm.
And I kind of want to just come out here and be able to do that shit for 30 minutes a day.
Yeah.
From 6 when I get up, make my coffee,
Yeah.
have it in there, do my 15 minutes of meditation,
Yeah.
get the coffee, throw some clothes back on,
Yeah.
and then do some of my research, and then leave for work.
Yeah.
Because right now, I literally roll out of the bed into some jeans and shoes and leave.
Boom. Out. Yeah.
Like in 5 minutes, I'm in the truck headed to the place that I don't want to go.
Yeah. That's a lot.
And instead, I feel like if I got up earlier and I had that little bit of extra time in the morning when I don't have to worry about anything or feel guilty about doing it,
Mm-hmm.
I could do it and then head out,
Mm-hmm.
and I would get more done in that little ass amount of time than I do when I get home from work and I'm trying to do it, but I kind of feel guilty because the baby's in there and I want to see my daughter and I want to hang out, do this and do that. When
Yeah.
other people are expecting the
Yeah.
world out of you is when you can't get it done.
Exactly. No, I absolutely hear that. To also bounce off of that, right? I would say you're taking time out to deliver for them, right? So you're taking time out for yourself to honestly give the full self to them, right?
True.
So you can also phrase it like that and
Yeah.
like really think about it like that. But I think blocking out that 30 minutes of time in the morning would be really beneficial for your
Yeah.
mental, because that's what would help me. I'm just putting myself in that position, right? And like I'm just thinking, man, if you can just carve up 30 minutes in the morning where like
So
it's for yourself,
I think another thing is that I don't really
Get
know
so much
how to
done.
meditate.
just sit there and listen.
Just sit
So
on the floor and just
I use
chill
guided
out?
so like well, it's basically just observing your thoughts, if you will, not attaching your thoughts. And when you get attached to, or like when you realize you're thinking a thought, right? You get carried with a thought. you just say, oh, okay, I got carried away with a thought. That's just a thought. And then just let it go, and just you come back to your breath, and you just come back to your breath, honestly, and just so like thoughts, right, in your head. I think of it like what is it, like clouds, if you will, right? And I'm just kind of like letting the different formations with the clouds, and like each dot is like some type of like weird, you
Wow.
know,
So is
algor.
meditation different for everybody, or like the general idea of how you do it is the
Nah,
same?
so there's different types of meditations, right? There's
So
well,
you observe your
mindful.
thoughts. See, I just want to clear my thoughts.
So there is no, you can't clear your thoughts. You're never going to clear your thoughts. That's not what meditation is. There is no clearing of thoughts. But the funny thing is, once you frame it, it's kind of like framing, right? Framing different ideas, right? Because once you frame that idea, it's like
So
it kind of leads to
would
that.
this be meditation if, say, like you don't have to be idle, right? Like your body doesn't have to be idle to meditate.
No, you can
So if I
walk.
like to observe my thoughts, if I write them down, is that meditative? Would that be
Yeah,
considered
like
meditation?
yeah, honestly, yes. I believe there's physical meditation too. I think jiu-jitsu is a perfect example of
Ooh,
that, where it's really
so good.
no, it is. Once you actually roll, right? It's so meditative. Like you're not thinking of anything else
Mm-hmm.
besides this person trying to choke you out or trying to do something to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like your full focus, full consciousness is engulfed, right, in jiu-jitsu, and what's in front of you right now, being present.
What I need to do, bro, in
That's
my
big
life
presence.
that would make me feel so much better is if I could cut the amount of time down in which I need to make the money that I make
Uh-huh.
to like only use like 6 hours a day to do that. I would feel so much better.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
I just need those 2 hours
Mm-hmm.
because I've already got everything else so tight. If I had those 2 hours, I would be able to sleep without guilt and use the extra hour plus the time I've already allotted for like jujitsu and
Mm-hmm.
working out and doing that stuff.
Yeah.
And it would just make me feel physically and mentally way better.
Yep.
Just 6 hours a day. Like just
Yes.
cutting 2 hours down, it would give me more time than I would need.
If you can do that, if you can make that happen, I think it'd be very important. I mean, it's for yourself and also for your family, because you're really doing it. You're doing it for, I would imagine, right? I don't have a family, but like you're doing it for your family too. Like I would imagine like having a daughter, right? Like you're not doing it really for yourself, even more, right? You're kind of like even like showing her a good example, even, or just being there for her.
Mm-hmm.
Firstly, to be there
Yeah,
for
just
her,
being there. Yeah.
exactly, and then in turn you'll be that example that she needs. People don't learn by like
Yeah.
telling them what to do. That's not how you teach
Yeah, you got to
people.
be there.
You got to be there, exactly.
Yeah.
That's the hardest thing, honestly. That's why it's so hard. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's such a noble cause, a noble
Yeah,
calling.
and the only way you get to doing that for 6 hours a day is if you do something that like you can do on your own. I feel like, right?
Mm-hmm. If you can, if you can have time for yourself, and
Mm-hmm.
like really be there for yourself, you're mentally fit, being better, which in turn will allow you to listen more, to be more empathetic, to think logically and clearly and rationally without getting attached to your own belief systems or
Mm-hmm.
preconceived notions. And that's what kind of like meditation will kind of lead to, honestly, just because you're not getting like,
Yeah.
because a big thing in my life, so just to, can I tell you a story, kind of like, I guess, so like my mom used to be like very stressed in her life. She had a lot on her plate. She had me young, and she just moved from a different country, so it was like very stressful. I was a
Mm-hmm.
firstborn child. Like I was born overseas, and so like I was always taught from an early
Mm.
age, like I was always an immigrant. I always had that immigrant mentality. But that's kind of besides. I'm sorry, but like she was always stressed, right? She was always like very like
High strung,
high
kind of.
strung, and like being like, and she would be like, oh, this is happening, right? So I'm feeling this way, or I ran a gas, so I'm feeling this way, or I got to cook, so I'm feeling this way. It's a lot, right? I'm not blaming her, but like she was being externally focused, I guess, or not, affected, right? So like whatever happens to her, that's what's gonna happen to her. You're not like actually being the cause. Being the cause, not the effect, right? So you're not, life is not happening to you. You're living life. So like, oh shit, okay, I have to cook, but like, hey, like, okay, it's my life, and like it's okay, and you're not. It's your cause. Like you're you know what I'm saying? Like you're putting your best foot forward in it.
Yeah, you're applying yourself to everything, basically.
And you're not stressed. So like,
You're not
I'm
letting
not
the
stressed
fact.
in life, because life is gonna
Yeah.
happen regardless, right? And it's fucking hard, right? But I'm not letting that get to me. I'm not really saying it really clearly. I'm sorry for that, but
No, it's making
you,
sense.
yeah,
I'm picking up what you're putting down there.
yeah, you're at the cause, not the effect. You're doing life.
Yeah.
Life is not happening to you, right? And then when I switched that mindset, I was like, first day of my first like real day of like school. Like, imagine like you have your first class. Oh shit,
Yeah.
you're in control of these kids, right? These people. Oh shit, and like the family. Okay, so like you have to like really be on. So like it would be too much stress if I was like living like that. I couldn't do my profession and like with like life happening to me, right? Like
Yeah.
it would just be overwhelmed very quickly. I have to be like pushing for like living out life like in its full extent, and like not letting shit get to me. Like, okay, this
Yeah.
happened, this bill happened, or I got hit, or I got injured.
Some
It
shit
happens.
honestly has been happening to me lately, and it's just putting like it's for a while it was putting like chinks in my armor
Mhm.
of like confidence, of
Mhm.
self confidence,
Yeah.
because I don't have a lot of self confidence now.
Mm.
I don't know what really caused that to happen, but I have an idea, and it was kind of happening before COVID happened, and then that kind of just made it worse because it wasn't like it just was real stagnant of home
Mhm.
and there and here
Mhm.
and there and here and there. It was
Mhm.
only two places.
Mhm.
And it was just as much there as it was here and
Mhm.
not being out doing things. And it just kind of like,
Shuts you down. It
it
kind of like
really,
that's, yeah,
and being in
getting
that,
in your head
in
too.
a toxic environment, they're trying to break it now, but like being in that toxic environment
Mhm.
with somebody that was toxic towards you and others, it really diminished that shit rather quickly.
Mm. Mhm.
Rather quickly. I let it happen, and I didn't realize it was happening.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And so now I'm trying to like put it back together, and I feel like the way I feel is I want that freedom that we always talk about. You know what I'm saying? And the only way that I'm gonna achieve that is by either doing something, honestly, just working for myself. And I feel like to to describe it, I feel like I have the potential in me to be successful, like very successful in a way, and I'm trying to put together the pieces on how to do it.
Mhm.
But that 9 to 5 is distracting me by the part of my life that it's taking. And so I'm trying to use like the meditation and that extra 30 minutes and working out. Because if I felt better physically, I would put my mental confidence back together more quickly and be able, like, just to not be as tired,
Mhm.
honestly. Because I feel like I've gotten fat and lethargic, and that shit affects my like
Mhm.
ability to feel rested and energized, and I don't
Mhm.
have no energy to do anything,
Mhm.
and I just feel like a fat lazy piece of shit, honestly.
No, yeah, yeah.
Like, let me just let it out for
No,
real,
yeah,
honestly.
absolutely.
And it fucking feels terrible, bro.
Yeah.
Because
No.
I even had my little side hustle rolling, and that kind of just slowed down, and that kind of like fucked me off too, because nothing motivates you more than being fucking broke,
It's
honestly.
that like fire under like your
Being broke is some bullshit.
can't do it.
And
Absolutely
then when you
no.
get unbroke, you feel comfortable, and comfort is the killer of success, bro.
Yep. Confidence is the
As soon as you
killer.
get comfortable, you're like, oh yeah, I can just coast it out and be like, nah, fuck that. When you're comfortable is when you got to grind harder,
Yep.
and I know that now. This time around, I'm ready for it.
Hell yeah, you're like laser focused.
Yeah, you got to stay
Hell
right
yeah.
through it, make the success, and then keep going.
Hell yes. Taking that first step is the hardest, right? And confidence comes from competence. So if you're able to do it, once you have
Yeah.
that self inner, you take that hour and a half or whatever, half hour, whatever it may
Yeah.
be, half hour to get after. You're gonna one a physically feel better, two mentally think clearly, and then that's gonna lead to your self confidence being raised in the fact that you're gonna be able to know you can do something, right? Like right now, it's kind of. I mean, that sounds like but I would just be like
Hmm.
you can do it, right? You're doing it. That's the hardest thing for me, right? I struggle with like just like one is like stop smoking for a day or two, right? It's just like I could I let that get to me, and that's kind of like a chink in my armor. Like that kind of like leads to like, oh shit, like do I
And what
have.
is it again? I'm sorry, I kind of spaced for just a half second.
Oh no, just like smoking every day or
Oh,
just
okay,
taking
yeah,
like a
yeah,
couple day break. That's one of my weaknesses, and it's just like that it kind of like leads me to be like, oh, I can't do this or that, and it kind of like,
yeah.
oh shit. But it's like,
But you can't. You can
but you
just do it.
can,
You can
yeah,
just do
exactly.
it,
You just have to do it, right?
and
It's
that's
that
so
first
fucking
step.
hard. See, for me, it's because I don't have a lot of energy and I'm tired. So in the morning, when my alarm goes off earlier, I'm just there and I'm like, man, I'm already fucking comfortable. There it is. I said it.
Yeah,
I'm coming to terms with realizing
yeah,
what it is.
yeah,
And it's the comfort. It's the comfort of already being in bed.
dude. Yeah,
You're already
absolutely.
asleep. The hardest part is to just go, it's time to get up.
Hardest thing
All
for
you got to
me.
do is just get up.
Hardest thing for me.
And that's so fucking hard, dude.
Dude, I learned this so much. It like crystallized in my head what you're just saying was just like, and I already said this story, but like, it really is like this in America. It's like comfort is good the killer, dude. Like, and I learned this in Greece where it was like fucked up and like,
Dude, because the
it's like you're
successful
living.
people
It's like you live in an insular world in America. Everything's like you go to your
all
car,
about comfort.
boom, yeah, everything's so stagnant, and that's what it leads to, right? Like it deteriorates your mind.
Yeah, because the other thing I feel like that I see a lot and why I'm not a super public person anymore, like want to be in public, I would say is because you the the public you see now is like nobody wants to get along. It's all like deteriorated.
Mm,
It's like a I just see it like it's a toxic fucking place to be because people are kind of fucking shitty
they are,
here.
they
In the
are.
American culture, they're just shitty a lot of times.
Would you say that's work environment? I would say that's more work. So like
No, just in like in
general,
public,
yeah.
like
Yes and no. I would
yeah,
yes, I would say yes and well, I would say only say yes and no because I definitely experienced it. I definitely see that, and it's like we're just shitty people, man. Like and everywhere,
I just personally
work is
don't
just
like dealing
shitty.
with people. That's my fucking problem.
That's
I
why
think
customers.
going,
That's why I couldn't be a waiter. I
oh
couldn't do
fuck no,
sales. I couldn't do any of that because like I had to deal with them. You know, like really, like
yeah,
when people feel that entitlement, and it's just like, you know, like
ugh.
yeah, that's your job. Like do your job type shit. Like just talking like to me like I'm an item. Like you know what I'm saying? Like fuck.
Yeah.
Like no, like, I can't do it, man. I cannot do it. So that's why I guess
Oh
I go to a
fuck,
profession where I get called Mister and Sir, right? Like put some respect on that name. You feel me? Like that. You know what I was like?
yeah,
Just you know what I'm saying? Like, but that's just you. That's just what I feel passionate right about, right? Like just like my name, right? Like you don't fuck up my name. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like, you know what I'm
nah,
saying? Like whoever it is, like regardless of whatever it is, like,
damn,
and but that kind of like puts that's the first thing that kind of gets me up, honestly, right? That's my motivation. But there's not days where I'm being kind of lazy this past week too. It's like I've been kind of not really working out as much, kind of like taking it easy. But like I take, I'm softy, man. I'm a big like you might like little me like oh shit this is got fit.
nah,
Nah, but like this, I'm a like I'm like getting soft honestly. Cause that American culture is trying to like bring
yeah.
me in, and like that's what it does, right? I find myself being more on my phone, you know what I'm saying? Just
I
watching and just
know.
doing whatever, you know? It's like,
Because I feel
why?
like, I mean, yeah, because honestly, like, what community do you want to leave the house to go be a part of here?
Mmm.
Like, not
Mmm.
really. Like, they don't, like, there's no, like, like, little community around here
That's what
that
I
I
try
want to
to.
go be a fucking part of. Like, it
Absolutely,
all
man.
fucking sucks around here, you know what I'm saying? Like,
That's why I'm so passionate about it, because that's literally what my thing is. It's like building a community. Like, you have to build a community, right? My community
right.
is shitty, right? It's like,
That's why we wanted to start this podcast and build our
yeah.
own fucking community of like minded individuals because
Hell yeah.
it's like, it's hard to become like come in between that sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I don't know.
What do you mean by come in between?
I don't
that?
really fucking know, Sean.
But that
I
no,
just started
but
rambling. It didn't make a lot of sense.
no, but I think you highlight on a point where it's like follow it's but really find your purpose, find your why, find your reason, right? Find your purpose.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people break it down to find your why. Why? I said that too fast. I said people people really talk about finding their why, and I mean that's a thing you can really. I always think of like what's your purpose. That's what I kind of like go with
Yeah.
my head, but like that's what I try to like convey to people, right? So that's why I get to know somebody. Just like, what is your thing? Like, what's your like, what's telling you inside? Like, I don't know. I always had I always had something like in me, like a voice or just something like in me, like, and what I consider like what I now I didn't really know it at the time, but I would now consider that like my soul, right? That like just a spiritual calm.
The why?
Yeah, like that's just like was just innate, you know, like just like I don't like think about that,
Yeah.
and that kind of leads me. So like other then I use that inner light, right, or like that inner whatever you can say, inner light, or like the inner I don't know like belief or I don't know knowing, but like people would be like, oh like are you gay? So like this is the thing.
So
right?
that's that. Damn,
Uh-huh.
that's really strange.
Say
Because
what?
people do think that.
Say
People
what?
do ask you that shit. Are you gay?
Sometimes,
But, like,
but
you-
sometimes, but that's not exactly where I was going with. But like, yes, sometimes.
Yeah,
but,
I just find that weird. Like, because you have that. I know what you're talking about.
mm-hmm. But like they were talking. So I was in ninth grade, and it was
Uh-huh.
in the cafeteria in a high school, and like where I was sitting down. It wasn't with you. It was some other friend group, and this kid was like, "Do you choose to be gay?" I don't know how the conversation came
The
up, but I was like, "Do you
fuck?
choose to be gay?" And like it was talking about like gayness or something, and like one of the kids was like, "I don't know. Do you choose to be straight?" And it was like if gay was being right or wrong, right? It was that kind.
Yeah.
And like this person said, "I don't know. Do you choose to be straight?" And I never thought about it in that way.
It blew
And
your
I was
fucking
like,
mind.
dude, it blew my mind. Like, whoa. I was like, I never thought about being straight. Like I was just like always was straight. Like that
It's
never
just
like
a feeling.
it's just a feeling. Like I'm not attracted to guys. Like I really am not.
Yeah.
Right? So like I never like felt like I don't know, just never felt gay. And so like this person brought it up, like, oh shit, I never thought about it like that. But like that is a good point. I never thought about it. Like I don't choose to be straight. You just are, right? So you shouldn't be
Yeah.
like judge gay people. Because back
No,
in the day, we're like
yeah,
being
I
like
would agree with that. Yeah.
being like gay would be like
I
a
don't even
thing
judge
would be,
people for thinking or feeling like they want to be a woman. Like, honestly, we're just going to lead this right into the hot topic because this is what the
Okay.
subject is on, and I have.
Okay.
But yeah, like I don't have a problem with any of that shit. Like I don't disrespect people for that, but it goes a little fucking overboard. I feel like.
I think it gets pushed down.
I feel
too
like now
much.
it's getting a little
Getting too much
overboard. Yeah.
exposure, and then that's dangerous, especially for teenage girls. The rate of mental what is it, illness, if you will, or just mental like depression, anxiety, and all
Yeah.
of this with teenage girls. I want to say 13 through 19 uh, is sky high. It's rising in
Damn.
boys too, but like
Yeah.
it really hits the. I don't even think about
That's
like,
crazy.
but it really does hit like the girls heavy. That and like
So
eating disorders.
the
mental
fucking
illness is
hot
really bad.
topic part about this is that we have to talk about him apparently every fucking week because the story gets different every fucking week and it's crazy.
Mhm.
But Dylan Mulvaney, obviously the guy that had the thing with Bud Light,
Oh, okay.
okay, is a transvestite woman, right? Okay, so he's
Transgender.
trans to her, and now she's a lesbian. Or
Is she a lesbian or?
yeah, she's a lesbian. So it's a dude who thinks he's a girl, but also as a lesbian girl.
But yeah, the words don't.
And
really
you
make
still
any
have
sense
a
here.
like let's break that down and do the math, right?
That's not the whole point.
You
You're
have
trying
a
to say it's not
you have
judging, it's the whole point.
a woman with a D that likes women with a V, and like basically you're just a dude that likes women, but you feel like a girl. Like that's kind of strange.
I think it's just as without this.
And you had to do this big like
but I think that's
publicity
what it
stunt
is.
type of shit, and like
Yeah, man.
for
I
the
think
fame, like that was like I feel like they did that for the 15 minutes of fame type of deal.
such a bad marketing ploy, honestly. But man, oh man, like you say, it's all it's all it's
That's not
all
a
rigged.
yeah.
It's not.
I think
We
that's
shouldn't pay it
crazy.
no mind, honestly. I don't think you should honestly pay it no mind. Like people try to, and that's like culture, right? There's a
Like,
reason why Americans are. I'm not just, but it really is like just American. Like it's really insulated. Like it
yeah,
really is.
it's
Like I fight
crazy.
this too. Like you might be like, oh, but like I really do. It's really hard for me too. It's just like no, like America will try to make you fat, lazy, complacent, and you have
Dude,
to actively fight against it every single day. Because if not, the grips of that will take you
quickly. I felt like.
quickly.
So is that why you travel every year?
I just like to
Does it kind
travel.
of break that from you though when you go back over there?
Yeah, yeah, kind of like, yeah, I guess so. Yeah,
Kind of help clear that up a little bit.
yeah. It does give you traveling definitely does give you
Oh
different.
shit.
As long
My
as
bad.
it put the no, as long as it doesn't put the carpet on fire. But
Nah, we're cool. Solid.
uh, oh yeah, traveling and like changing like your experience or like evolving your experiences. Sure, yeah, it definitely does happen. Traveling does open your mind to different experiences, different it's life changing. Honestly, life changing
Yeah.
experiences. Honestly, just changing your perspective and like making those habits easy.
Hmm.
Not easy, but
Easier.
easier. Just get it going.
That's pretty. That's interesting.
Yeah, I fight with habits too, and
Damn, that's kind of tasty.
it is, man.
What is that?
It's that GG.
Oh.
Yeah, they're that Gorilla Glue.
Damn, that shit tastes nice.
Agreed.
Damn, I'm straight stoned, Sean.
Stone to the
Stoned, my
gill.
boy.
Stone. I'm just looking at the barbecue, and I'm just like, to me, with the octopus, there's an octopus
Damn.
barbecue off camera with a whole barbecue plate with some steaks, some brats.
Yeah, that's kind of like an interesting ass fucking painting.
And what's crazy? The octopus is the one of the most intelligent. That's why I'm so like really fascinated by the ocean is because there's a lot of
It's super
intellect.
intelligent.
Yeah, so you can. Funny thing about an octopus, you can put it in a jar, lock it with a
And it can
bottle.
open
And it
that
can
shit.
open it up from the inside.
Yeah.
That's how strong those tentacles are.
Well, and just that it has the knowledge to do that.
Yep, and it
That it's
knows
like,
exactly.
I just saw you put that on. Like, you think I'm fucking stupid? And it's
Hell
like,
nah, bitch.
nah, yeah. Look.
Yep, that's why dolphins are so intelligent too.
Yeah, and so people think that like, oh, you can't be intelligent because you're just like you're a fish, but it's honestly like
Different
in
type.
there that's a whole different fucking world.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's be honest.
Yep. Go deep. It
Living in the
goes to the
ocean
ocean.
is a whole different fucking world, and they have all of the proper tools and abilities to survive that
Mm-hmm.
easily.
Mm-hmm. And
Like they don't need to build cities
Yep.
underwater to be intelligent.
Yep.
Type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. And who says that's intelligent, right?
They're living in a
Joke.
vast fucking world that we can't even like. 85% of the ocean's unexplored,
Mm-hmm.
and
That
it's
we're
on the
trying to
same
pollute.
world.
Yep. Yep. All in the same world. So much you don't know about the
Like we
ocean,
know
man.
more about outer space and the moon than we do about the fucking bottom of the ocean. I feel like.
Or even kind of deep in the ocean. We don't know anything about the
The
like
deep
the.
ocean.
That's why I was passionate about
Like
it.
what's
'Cause,
down there? You don't
yeah,
have no
man.
fucking idea.
Yeah, man. Growing up, I always wanted to go to the University of
Cause
Hawaii.
yeah, like we've explored the ocean floor, but like this fucking much, like literally physically, like this much of it, with this little ass submarine that comes down with a little light. Like
Joke. You just
we
see
haven't
it like in
explored like the
perspective.
whole shit in depth. We
Not
don't
even
even know.
close.
We don't have the ability.
Not
But
exactly.
a dolphin fucking knows.
Yep. Yep. Dolphin knows. A whale. They
A
know where to
whale,
go.
yeah, all that shit knows.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. There's a reason why they live
Bro,
thousands
what's
and
crazy
thousands
is that
years.
things survive the bottom of the ocean they can't even fucking see.
Oh yeah, and definitely the deep sea anglerfish that has the light over its head.
Like their eyeballs don't even hardly work. Like they don't
No,
even need them.
you don't need them. Why would you need eyes?
That's
So that's
fucking wild.
what is it called? Adaptation or evolution? Of like your environment will dictate your genes.
So I heard this dude ask this question on a short, and it kind of blow your mind real quick.
Blow it.
So I don't know the exact things because I'm high and I didn't really fucking pay that much attention or write it down. So, but there's events in history from like way in the BC, right? That it's like there are events that happened, and the structures of them were like demolished and gone in that time era. And the only way we would know that is if somebody told us like present time. Like
Graham
it was like
Hancock.
a time traveler type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like there's two events in the past that would happen inside their time. Like they built a thing
Ooh, okay, I
and
see
it
what
got
you're
taken
saying.
down. And the only way we would know about that is if somebody was able to tell you that was there.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
there's no text or writing. We didn't find the ancient building or any remnants of it type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
So we would have no idea that it was there.
I kind of think Graham Hancock is in a way is almost like that, just about that, because he's kind of he's not found it here. He hasn't like been like created, but like I want to say he might have, but like he found underground pyramids in
Yeah.
Guatemala, sorry.
That's wild.
But just to think, you got underground pyramids that we have since built over. How many long life forms have been home to this earth, right? Like that's crazy to think
Yeah,
about.
like
Our
there's like
perspective is so limited. It's not right. Far vast, millions of years, billions.
so how many millions of years ago were dinosaurs? Like
Ooh, I
65
couldn't tell you.
million
Is it 65 billion? I could, yeah.
from
I was
our
about,
time, right?
yeah.
But it's been like millions of years. So there's no telling like how many ancient human civilizations actually existed and collapsed that we would have no knowledge of.
You know, who's to say there's not a underground pyramid under them? You
Who's
know what
to
I'm
fucking
saying?
say, bro?
You know what I'm saying?
Deep.
You know what I'm saying? You know,
Yeah.
millions, why not billions? You know, if you're going that far, infinite,
We can't even go
space
that far.
exactly.
We
We
can't
can't
even
even
check.
perceive it. Exactly. We can't even check. We
That's
can't even
fucking
perceive
wild, bro.
it. Yeah.
Don't they say that the moon is part of Earth? They like broke off of Earth or some shit?
Is that what they say?
Is that what they say? I hear some people I think say that. Maybe I'm just high.
They probably do, man. And whatever their reasoning is, that's their reasoning. And you'll find I definitely do believe you'll find any narrative to fit your belief. So like meaning like if you want to
They've
believe
almost got me
something,
sold on the flat Earth,
dude,
but no, not really, because
exactly.
it's really enticing to think about. But
They
in
know how to
reality,
play it.
they
Yeah.
really do, and it's like,
Makes you kind of think, right?
it does. I like when
But
things make me think.
but at the same time, we I guess I mean I believe the earth is round, right?
Yeah.
But I definitely would say the earth is round, not just I mean, but it okay. But um no, but if you're easily so I'm not even like picking on you, right? But because I have the same faults, and I think about the same thing about myself is like if you're able to be manipulated by a flat Earth video, or just see how your brain's like, oh, I could kind of see how this is, so
I can
right,
see how they like that. Yeah.
exactly, right? Who's to say, maybe like a politician or someone else in your family or your friend group is not manipulating you in the same way? If you're, just to put it bluntly, like naive enough to think that, then who's to say you're not doing that with something else in your life? And so I think about the same thing in my life. Is like I watch those videos. I'm like, holy shit, man! Like I cannot. I could see how this is getting to me. Like, oh shit, I see the inner weakness in myself. It's like, oh shit, like I can kind of see how that can play on my emotions, kind of lead me away. Because I mean, honestly, you go on a plane high enough, you can see the curvature of the earth. Like, you can literally see it. But okay, anyway, that kind of like confuses me. I guess it kind of like they say level.
Yeah.
I don't, but it doesn't make any sense to me. But I can see how like being presented in a different type of way. That's why cults. That's why I wouldn't want to stay for instance, this is why I wouldn't want to stay for a pitch for like a timeshare, right?
Mm.
Because sure, stay in my timeshare for a day for free, but I have to attend this little seminar where you try to sell me this. I don't want to have any interaction with that because my inner weakness would be, oh shit, I think I'm kind of naive
I'm
and
sold.
I'm sold, right? They could probably talk, their way in some type of way. It's like, okay, I kind of have that weakness within myself, so I don't like to even put myself out there in that type of way. And so that kind of like hinders me in social interactions at times as well. It's like I don't want to talk to this person because, well, honestly, just because I was just like on my own shit. Honestly, I'm just like, dude,
Hmm.
just. And that's the kind of sad thing in my life is like sometimes I just like walk by and I'm like, I don't even want to talk to you, honestly.
See, that's how I feel too. A lot of times, I'm just like, bro, I'm really not in the mood to like have a conversation right now.
Like, yeah, and they're like high or not. Honestly, it doesn't
Yeah,
have to be higher. This has nothing. I feel like emotional, like definitely like drain at the end of the day. Honestly.
yeah. You just feel like people like talk all the energy out of your body, and you're like, man, what the fuck, bro?
There are definitely days where I feel like alive and like reinvigorated. Those days are less frequent when I do work. Sure, they do happen when I work, but I have to like actively seek that or actively have that perspective. And that's why I kind of like do meditation because it kind of shows you like you come back and it's like, oh shit, man, like sure I am thankful for what okay, let's just speaking for myself, but I am thankful for like my my job. At least I have like a roof over my head, right? It's not the best, but like at least I have something like I don't have to like, fear for my basic needs, right? My
Yeah,
basic needs are going to be met. So, yeah, that kind of leads to a complacency. I forgot exactly where I was going with that. I'm sorry, man, but like that kind of leads to a complacency and just
you're cool, bro. I'm a little distracted on my jaw pain.
yeah, your jaw is hurting, man.
It feels like it just needs a fucking pop.
You feel that in your bones a lot. Like
Yeah, like right here, like
I
it's
used
just
to have
like
a fucked up jaw, but it got better over time, I guess. But it was fucked up for like years.
stretch it out. It feels much better.
Mm. Do you? Is that from fighting or
I don't know. Probably, honestly.
that's fucked up if you think about it. It's just like the like physical like toll you put on your body at
Damn, you
such
know
a
what it
young
might
age.
be, bro? I'm pretty high, and I might kind of just have realized this. I had those teeth pulled,
Mm.
and I used to have to bite differently because those teeth would touch first,
Mm.
and so I would always have to hold this side of my mouth open more.
Mm.
And so that's what it feels like. Like when I go to rest my teeth together, just my right side touches.
Mm.
It's like my jaw is out of a line.
Oh,
And when I
okay.
open my mouth, like it comes down a little bit and then it slides over to the right.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Like it only opens over here.
Oh shit. So I think like that could be fixed by like a chiropractor. I
That's
mean,
what I feel like, right?
yeah.
That's
That should be
so
an
I
easy
tried to have
fix.
one try it,
Uh
like,
huh.
but he wouldn't do it. I was like, bro, what the fuck, man?
Yeah. I
I
would.
just don't
I
want to
would.
pay the big money to like go do that to like an expensive chiropractor because some of them do it, but I feel like they're fucking pricey.
Yeah. And would it come back if you did it?
I don't know.
I would maybe try it
They would have to
once.
X-ray it.
Yeah. But that's also more money too.
Maybe I should go have them X-ray it and just see what's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Cause
First,
yeah,
see
it
what
just
the
feels like
problem
it just
is.
like it literally just feels like my jaw needs to just twist, like it's like out of the line.
Mm. No, but get
Yeah,
that fixed, and then it's gonna feel. That's what I'm saying. Just like take care of yourself, so you can take care of others.
yeah, it's so tight over here.
Mm.
It hurts here, but it feels tight.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
I bet that's what it is, man. It's because those teeth are out and now it's trying to like go back, but it's not there.
Yeah, it's not in a light. It's you're trying like overcompensating.
Yeah, like the muscles are too tight.
Mm-hmm. Overworked over time.
Damn, I think I just figured it out.
Boom. Just talking it out, man.
Damn, that
Just
kind of
talking
blows
about your
my
life.
fucking mind, dude.
Yep.
The way you can just think about it all of a sudden and be like, no, it's actually okay. I was like, is it my teeth or is it my jaw?
That's better than your teeth. If it's your teeth, then that's a whole different type of ball game. But fix your jaw and then boom. It's kind of shitty though, but kind of now you kind of know, right? Once you know, you can feel better. That's the main thing. That's why they give you prescription drugs. They don't want you to. They don't want you to be cured. They treat. They don't cure. Right. So it's a revolving door. They just put you as a program as a consumer to buy more of their medicine, to buy more of their product. Boom, boom, boom. It's just a racket. A racket. It's just legal drug dealing, man. They're the biggest frauds. The U.S. Pfizer, the biggest drug dealers of all time, man. And they put they put the little petty people, on the streets, in jail for some bullshit, literally when they're the biggest culprits of them all. It's all a rigged game.
That is so weird, dude.
Yeah, man.
When I chew on this side, where my tooth used to be over here hurts.
Ooh, okay. So it's like, because it used to come down first, so now it's kind of like all fucked up. So that's the root, if you will. Because now that was the first thing that happened. Oh, because now this tooth fucked up. My whole jaw on the other side sees it differently. It's overcompensating, so it fucks up your whole shit. Symmetry, man.
It feels like my fucking tooth is back in my mouth.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy. But I'm also.
What do we zooted and booted, right?
Hell yeah, bro. I forgot about the edible, but that hoe just came and kicked me in the face.
What's that? Like a straight kangaroo kick on that hoe. Fell straight back. But not concussed. We still out here. Just barely, but
Really?
not really. Are we?
We're gonna have to weather
Are
this
we?
storm.
We weather the storm. I feel I'm zooted and booted as well, man.
This is where we need our third person.
This is where we need our third person to come in clutch.
Alright, so edibles on third person day.
Hell yeah.
That's the only time for that shit. I learned something today.
I learned something today, or just have it like written down. Whenever we write down plans, it really does. It does make the podcast flow better.
It really does.
Like that one time we wrote it
And
down.
I'm not gonna lie, I wrote shit down at work and I forgot my notes.
Oh shit.
Because I was thinking about it today and I was like, fuck, I forgot the notes. Because honestly, I learned a lot of shit just by scrolling on TikTok, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oops.
I do like TikTok. I like it, but it's really fucking toxic. It's a really fucking easy habit to pick up.
Yeah.
It's like crack.
And so think about
It's like
how much time are you spending on TikTok when it's like we're talking like half an hour to you have a half an hour limit for TikTok.
Yeah, but there's my half an hour I need in the morning. Like if I just didn't use TikTok for an hour straight.
How much time would you save if you just took away TikTok too?
You're blowing my fucking mind, dude. See, this is why I would have liked to lived in like the 80s.
Hell yeah, where you don't get sucked into technology. You didn't have a
fucking cell phone, and it was like people like having a good ass fucking time.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been way better.
Yeah, man. You get to live more real.
Yeah, this shit's kind of boring.
Yeah, man, because people are so judgy. People are so like not even like a real person to you, right? They're just so like honestly fake and callous and just not real at any type of way. And just also sometimes weaselly, which you have to watch out for. But like with the snakes out there, you still have to keep on pushing through. You know what I'm saying?
The snakes. There do be some fucking snakes in the grass, bro. They're just ready to fucking snag you.
Snagging your soul, man. Fuck them.
There's something different about being sneaky, though. You know what I'm saying? Like you're
Mhm.
just really out
Yeah.
to get
Sickening.
somebody,
Yep.
just to fucking be poisonous.
Yep.
And why? Like what? Like I just never understand what people get out of it.
Man, it beats me, man. They just
When
they get the
people feel like shit, somebody else feels better. This makes no sense.
because that's their natural default. Because that's what they probably get at home. That's what they were learned. I mean, with our I learned that from my one friend, right? You know, like it's just like I was talking about this the other day. It's like, yeah, man, it's just what you see on a daily basis, what you live through. So that was the first initial reaction. So
That's
that's just
true.
it is
Oh
what it
yeah.
is.
Okay, I remember. I remember. Yeah, I remember that conversation. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, it just kind of blows my mind.
but like yeah, I was saying like I do have visions, man. It's kind of weird, like not like full thrown like that's so Raven type, seeing the future type. It is seeing the future in a way, but like I don't know, just like certain things in my life or certain people in my life, I kind of like had a vision of it and it came true. And it kind of like blows my mind now, and it's just
That's
like
wild.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's just kind of like blowing my like
Some of those people fit a very certain like.
you can't rely on it at the same time, but it is kind of like a natural like thing. I don't know, it's kind of weird to explain.
Narcissistic? Would you just call it narcissistic?
People are only care about themselves and don't have any compassion or empathy towards others.
Would you say that?
About who? Oh,
Are we not
about
talking about the same person?
yes.
Oh,
Yes. Oh, yeah. He's yeah, definitely.
right.
Yeah, definitely. 1,000%. Damn. Yeah.
Okay.
No, but
Yeah,
like,
big facts. Yeah.
I'm not trying to talk shit or anything.
No, but like,
Narcissistic. But like but but yes, right. But that's not necessarily like a necessarily like a judge like bad person, right? You think like narcissistic is such a negative connotation, and sure, yes, it does lead to unfortunate actions, I guess you can call them. I don't know how else to say that, but no, but like if you don't care about anyone else, it's gonna be hard to one relate and then one like treat others the way you want to be treated. But if you don't have any concept of that, then that means nothing. You don't have any golden rule. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
I'm gonna take a small reality check break.
Yeah,
Let
cool.
me just check this reality real quick,
Check
and
it out
we'll be
real
right back.
quick. We be back though. We'll be back.
Yeah, we'll be
Hell
back.
yeah.
Yeah, I just gotta have a quick, just a quick reality check.
Yeah, I love it.
Holy fucking shit!
Oh my god. I feel like I might have a heart attack.
I had to have a long break. I'm sorry about that. Sure, the audience got to
No,
just
man.
enjoy you eating your chips live.
No, yeah. Am I still on camera?
No, we are now though.
Okay, nice. Maybe I'll off the microphone for you. How you feeling?
Better.
Yeah.
That edible makes me feel like. Do you ever fucking have weed that just makes you feel all the pain in your body, like your back pain or some shit?
Ooh, so like if I'm not feeling well, most definitely, and that's why I don't really like to. Is it okay if I sit here for a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay, but I don't. Yeah, that's why I don't really like to like. Sometimes smoke when I'm sick because it just makes me feel more sick, right?
Yeah.
That's the thing about weed. It's gonna make you feel what you feel, like how you feeling. So it's like just gonna make you more aware of your.
Feeling
Of,
bad.
yeah, exactly. If it's in
Yeah, because
pain.
people are like, "Oh, I take weeds for pain," and I'm like, I don't smoke the right kind of weed for that because a lot of times like it makes it worse first. I feel like.
No, because you're more cognizant about it. You're more mindful about it,
Yeah.
and that's actually healthy because it's your body telling you that hey, something's not right.
Yeah, you need to fix these areas. These are what hurt.
Yeah. Shit, that's how man.
It's just from like sitting all fucked up. I feel like.
Yeah. And then buying that, and then like, well, how you feeling with this one? But I guess it's not
This is
just
a
this
high.
chair. It's just your big thing in life. Yeah, is posture, man.
A lot. Yeah.
Posture
Dude.
is life saving. My mom was always big on that. Thankfully, she kind of taught me that. Damn.
It's like there's like a spot and I just like can't get comfortable.
Yeah,
It's just something in
man.
my back. I don't know. I got a lot of work to do. To me.
Yeah, but I mean, you're not alone in it. You know what I'm saying? We all do.
Yeah.
We honestly all do.
Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah, man.
Damn, I asked him something. Oh shit. Abby was telling me about this. That Jamie Foxx,
Oh yeah, how is he? How
he was left blind and paralyzed from the COVID vaccine.
is it? The vaccine, really?
Yeah.
I thought did he have a stroke or something?
I don't know. Yeah, I guess so. But they're
That's why
blaming
they're
it on
super
the
quiet
vaccine.
about it, right?
Yeah. Let me
Holy
fucking look this shit
shit!
up real quick, dude.
Because they know if the COVID vaccine actually took out Jamie Foxx, it would be the biggest news story of all time, and so that's why this mystery illness is happening. Jamie fixed COVID. Jamie Foxx COVID, yeah. Let's just put it like that. They already know what would happen.
See, then they just call it a conspiracy.
Wow, Jamie Foxx vaccine conspiracy,
See?
but over social media, who says it? Because of
What the fuck?
what does it say? Paralysis after COVID vaccine. So paralysis following a COVID-19
Blood
vaccine.
clot in his brain that led to the terrifying health complications. The vaccine resulted in a blood clot in his brain.
Partially paralyzed and
That's
blind.
fucking. That's a big. We're just gonna skip over that, huh? It just caused a blood clot in your brain. We're just gonna say paralyzed, but
Yeah,
like
why?
that's what
Shit's
it's
gonna
doing.
attack in your brain.
That's fucking crazy. And we just
Yeah.
kind of throw it in there.
Oh yeah, sure, nothing.
Revealed that he was partially paralyzed and blind, in addition to a series of other complications. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So journalists say Jamie had a blood clot in his brain after he got the shot. He did not want the shot, but the movie he was on, he was pressured to get it. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. Damn, that's wild, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So like the shit that people were saying that it doesn't do, it's doing.
It's doing it. Well, I know this, man. I just want to speak a little bit about my experience because after my second dose, man, I felt so nauseous and I threw up like multiple like times. Then it was like really bad, like to the point where I was like in the fetal position like for hours, meaning like I was just like throwing up. I couldn't. I was so dizzy I couldn't make it to the couch. So when I laid on the couch, I'm so like nauseous and vertigo and everything. I couldn't
Oh my
couldn't
god!
hang, man. So I was just constantly just throwing up. Like I don't know how to say that, but
Just
like
really just fucked you off,
yeah.
real
And
bad.
so yeah, so I know it's dangerous. I should have probably not. Looking back on it, I should have probably not took it, and that's crazy to really say, but it for me it wasn't worth it. Maybe when I first got it, I was like, holy shit! It was when I was throwing up. It kind of like hit me like, wow, they really want you to get sick. Like that's really how it is now. It's like, dog, like you put COVID in me, so
You can
now
sell me whatever this drug is.
yeah,
That's wild.
kind of wild, honestly.
Damn. I wonder what their fucking big deal was about the vaccine because it didn't even like remotely work.
Well, I guess it kind of worked for some. I think it worked for some. I think it definitely helped. I definitely put a. I think it helped, and it was kind of like a necessary thing to get over. Well, maybe I kind of could retract that because you didn't necessarily need to have the vaccine to get immunity. You know, like you could just
Yeah.
got it and just lived on. It would have been just fine.
And it really wasn't that bad.
No, it really
most of it.
wasn't. Sure, it had its outliers, and it definitely affected, you know, heart problems and pre-existing conditions. But I mean, fact of the matter is, you gotta take care of yourself before. Honestly, before
I
anyone
guess the
else.
way it
Honestly.
killed people was it gave people pneumonia and then that killed them.
Is it what it was, or like
More
your
or less, yeah. Like,
heart disease?
people don't feel
Exacerbated
good.
the
They already
problems.
have the lung virus. They lay down because they don't feel good. They don't want to get up and do anything because they don't feel good.
Mm-hmm.
And then that
Takes you
gives
out.
you pneumonia, and
Yep.
then you fucking.
Boom. Dude, it happens, man. It's real out here in the streets, man. I was just telling my some people today. It's like, yeah, man. I was talking about like ghost stories. We were talking about ghost stories.
Ooh.
We were talking about ghost stories. So
Hell
like,
yeah.
we're talking about like the Ouija board and how it opens portals, and you don't want to play with that. And basically,
Yeah,
my
dude.
ghost experiences and like
Hell no.
we had some we
So
had
did you hear some crazy ones?
we had one person
Yeah.
talking about Ouija board that your mom. I don't want to say too much, but like.
But what happened?
So someone gave someone a this
A
type
board.
of board, yeah, if you will, and someone close, you know,
What the fuck?
and so like
It's like they
why would you
market
play
it as
it?
like a kid's
It's
toy.
it's not a game. So we talked about it, and you know, and he was like, yeah, he knew, yeah, he's like, yeah, 'cause stuff happened, like,
Oh, it's not a game.
it's
Yeah.
not, yeah,
Holy
it's real.
fucking shit.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, man, it's real. You play with it.
He's like,
it's
now we're
gonna
fucked
happen."
up at the house. It's crazy. At the
You
house.
know, fuck around, go find
Shit
out.
wild now.
And they know that, like, we found out. You know what I'm
Damn,
saying?
what the fuck?
But we talk it out, honestly. So that's kind of like the relationship. But honestly, just talking about whatever. Talking about my grandma, how she visited me and everything.
Bro, you want to
Like,
talk
it's real
about
out here, man.
like some traumatic shit? You have a ghost experience? That shit can be
Mhm.
traumatizing.
And everyone does. All of them did, man. All of them had at least one story. And that was
Ghosts
before
wild out
before
here.
me even saying anything. You know, if I let them, I'm not trying to
Yeah.
like. I'm just listening first. It's like, damn, like all of them. So it's like that's when I opened. I was like, okay, yeah, like it's real, like. And then someone they were talking about the Ouija, and it was like, man,
That's
man,
wild that people like actually really do fucking play with it.
yeah, man,
Like, give
it's
to their
big.
kids
Yep,
and shit.
yep.
That's
How?
wild. Why would you do that?
Insane.
You just
man.
gave your child the power of fucking Satan.
Yep.
Like what?
Yes. Exactly.
No, don't do
Yeah.
that.
It's neglectful. It's abuse, honestly, if you really think about it. But it's Rooted
Because
in
that shit's
ignorance.
real,
but,
real.
Yep, it's real.
And it can affect, like, some real effects.
Yep. And that's why we talk.
On, like, the whole family type
yes.
shit.
Yep. Yep.
That's that negative energy.
Yep. Exactly.
That's what that is.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Yeah, man. You can't be that negative energy, man. I try not to be, man. That's what I live my life for, honestly. That's just me though, but like that's crazy to think about. But like it's really, it does give me that extra like motivation to get up. Cause honestly, the hardest thing in my life is just getting up too. Is like I'm not saying like too, but like just getting up, like just at first. But like lately, it's been easier, honestly. Like something to look forward to in the day, I guess.
Damn, that's kind of coming full circle. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah. Always does, right?
Always does, bro.
Always does.
It's always a nice place to let them know.
Hell yeah. Episode 59. Next week, 60. Get with it, man.
Coming in clutch, bro.
Coming in clutch. We out, yo.
Pretty
Big
stoned.
love. Stone to the gills. You know what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Later, man.